Hey guys, Masterkid's back with some Destiny for you, and this is going to be our first successful attempt at defeating Crota, who is the last boss in the new raid featured in the Dark Below, and the raid of course is called Crota's End. This is a team that we didn't actually have for day one. We were missing a player. He actually had to do some business, some real life stuff, so shout out to Rogue Atlas. We actually got C Marky in, so thanks C Marky for helping us on short notice. This was actually after we did the live stream. We didn't actually finish it in one sitting, so the other videos I recorded that I shown were all from a live stream, and this one was from a couple of days ago. Actually, we didn't finish it on the first day. We were on world record pace. We were up to where everybody else was, but we decided it'd be more fun if everyone was come back and everyone was fresh, and we had a couple more 31s. It would have been more fun. So that's what it's all about. You got to have fun, you know. But anyway, see if I can explain a little bit about this fight. You stand near the crystal in the center of the room. Everyone gathers on that. That spawns Crota. Now what happens is Crota's the guy there, that huge big dude. He's got a shield above his head and a health bar. The whole objective here is to kill the sword bearer down here and pick up a sword. And there's also a chalice in the middle which will allow you to regen health. The debuff in this fight means you cannot regen health unless you are holding the chalice. Makes it a little tricky, but once you understand it, it's not too bad. So now Soup, our hunter, is over there. He has a chalice, he has a sword. We have to drop Crota's shield, which forces Crota into a vulnerability phase like this. Soup runs in, chop, chop, chop. What he's doing there is actually a smart tactic. What he does is he goes up and hits Crota with the blink strike using the hunter, which turns him invisible, and then he can stay on the platform and Crota can't see him. So it means he can stay up there and get two clean, solid combos with the sword, rather than having to try and run away from Crota and being targeted. So honestly, hunters shine in this fight. If you have a sword bearer with that skill as a hunter, it really shines, it really helps. So the Chalice of Light is basically an item that only one person can carry at a time, and it is the only way for you to regen health. So this raid is all about communication. What you need to do is, if you're low on health, you need to call everyone back to the room, which is marginally safer than being out here, and you need to pick up that chalice. And then you need to tell them when your health is recovered. Everybody always needs to stay on their game as far as keeping their health up. If someone's low, you need to call everyone back, get the chalice and regen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can do another pass on the sword breaker. But what happens is Crota actually moves over to the platform over there. Now a lot of teams will actually attack him while he's on that platform, and we've done it a few times like that, but we decided it was actually best to wait for him to go back to the center. Much safer like that. So you see there, I took shots from the boomers that spawn up in the tower, so I needed to go back. I called everyone back, get the chalice. Now I'm back to full health. So just constant communication, so important. It'll be very hard to do this with a team of people that didn't communicate, or if they didn't have microphones, very difficult. So Crota has run back to the center, so now we all focus damage on the sword bearer, and we want to get Soup with that sword as soon as we possibly can. So you can see there, he's got it, he has the chalice, he has a sword, so he can regen health, he can also damage Crota. So our job now is just to drop the white line above Crota's health bar there, which is difficult to see. It'd be nice if they made that maybe a different color or a little thicker, so you could see his little armor bar that he's got there a little easier. So Soup does the blink strike again, goes invisible, we drop Crota once more. Soup goes in, starts chopping, chopping, chopping. We had to tell him, don't be greedy, just do safe damage and get out of there. He was actually nearly hit there, it was very, very close. So now what happens, after two sword bearers are killed, two Ascendant Ogres will spawn. Very, very strong. It takes your whole team to be hitting him in the face to drop him. So the safest plan that we had was we call everybody down here after two sword bearer kills. Everyone comes down here and it will funnel the Ogres into the center of the steps. Sometimes they cooperate and they come here quite neatly, nicely. Other times they don't, and sometimes you've got to try and kite them out. But this is very safe. If you stay up top, you can still kill the ogres like that, but we just found that this was a safer way for us all to stay alive, and it's actually a nice way to get more heavy ammo as well. If you use the Ruin Wings on the Titan, if you can buy those, they were the thing that was for sale from Xur last week, and if you bought those, you know what I'm talking about. The heavy ammo you get when you're using it as a Titan is so good. I don't know, I think this might be it. When I walk out, you'll just see heavy laying on the ground for days. So what we do is we kill the ogres. Crota is above us to the left, and you have to be careful when you walk out the door. See Crota there? Sometimes, if you're very unlucky, Crota will start shooting you and he can kill you and your team as you come out the door. You can wait, which is what I like to do, until he goes back to the center and then run out. There you can see all the heavy there. So much heavy. Beautiful. So now we run up this side. You have to watch out for exploding thralls and normal thralls. And what we're going to do is we're going to run back to what we just call the left side. We're going to run back over here. Extremely lucky to be alive. I was double jumping over people where I should have been shooting them. So I needed to get over here ASAP. So now what we do is we loop our run again. So what we're going to do is we need to get the sword bearer down, which is the dude there I'm laying the Gallahorns on. And as soon as you see the little white circle there with the star in it, you know he's dead. So there it's dropped. My job's done. I get back. Now our job is to just drop Crota's shield. So it's a good fight, and it's a good raid. I like it. It's easier than the Vault of Glass, but the mechanics are much more solid, I think, than the Vault of Glass. Really enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed it. So Soup hits him, goes invisible. Crota can't see him. That helps so much. It doesn't seem like it helps, but it helps a lot. Now here's a debatable thing where you can chase him if you want to with the sword when he runs like that. Or what we do is we call him back. We say, Soup, come back. And he's like, I can do it. We're like, come back, come back. Because the last thing you want to happen now is for him to go down. And then what happens is there's a big sort of shattered planet in the background you'll see there. And what happens if somebody dies, Crota summons what's called his Oversoul, which is a great big green ball. And if you don't kill it in a certain amount of time, it kills everybody on the ground. There's no escape. If you don't destroy it, it wipes you from the raid. So that only happens on death. So if everyone can stay on their feet, you'll never see an Oversoul. You'll never have to break it. And it's really, really good. But just be wary that if the Oversoul does appear, you have to lay damage onto it ASAP to break it. Otherwise it will wipe you from the raid. So now we're all beaten heart mode. We need to get this finished. We need to get it done. Sword bearer. Dropped it. Crota. Pointing at us. We're pointing at him. I'm basically out of ammo, so I'm just hitting him with the sniper rifle. Soup goes in, chop, chop, and you're dead. So I got cryptographic, the emblem, I got the rocket launcher, and I got a couple of shards. We've since run it a couple more times. I've got a couple more items I might do some videos on, but that was it. I had to live commentate or commentate over it because I didn't record the Skype call, unfortunately, but I hope you enjoyed, and until the next video, we'll see you later.